Hey guys, Psychics here, and we are back. I'm going to be playing Sharpshooter, and we're going to try and do the weekly with Sharpshooter. What mode is it going to be in? Is it actually hard 7 ways? So if I was to change this to normal and change this to short 4, then change it to the weekly challenge. Oh my gosh. Let's do it in the Tragic Kingdom, cause why not? This is gonna be a fun one. So you can set the mode it's in. And also, guys, I'm eating some fries off to the side. So yeah, don't be surprised if you hear me chewing. Apparently my mic's low. And if it is, like, please notify me. Make sure you guys can hear me usually. But over like a voice chat, you guys really can't hear me. If you're like on one of the sides of the other person. So, you know. I really gotta like predict how much grams of salt I actually like end up using. Because I end up using way more than I really should be using. Gosh dang, these fries are good. And already. Good. So, I guess let's have fun with this. I might mess around as a demolitionist a little bit later. Let's go back to my normal character. And let's enjoy beating the crap out of things. I mean, Sharpshooter isn't exactly the class I'd choose for most of this stuff. Oh, okay, so it's hard and 7 ways. But why do they put it on difficulty 15? If it's on mode hard. I think I've done a stream of me playing this on hard mode with... Yeah, I was messing around with all of my classes and everything. I was kind of building up classes. Yeah, they just go up in the air. Oh yeah, and you have to remember your regeneration time. Should have changed the map to something more simpler. And you can't pop their heads. I think. I could be wrong and you could. And I'm just going crazy. I think I directly headshotted him and it stunned him instead. As I heal myself. Shooting their heads will automatically hyperinflate them. So you definitely want to aim for their head. If you don't, you might be screwed over.
Come see me. The pod's safely
I mean, like, you just saw how much difficulty I had with this map. Normally, I'd probably be sitting in the corner or running around a small area.
Come and get your
I mean, I'm not saying it's this class that's bad, I'm just saying it's the map, in my opinion, is what really decides on my fate here. Is if I know my way around the map or not. If I don't know my way around the map, I'm kind of screwed. Because I don't know when I'm going to hit the next corner. I don't know when I hit this. I don't know where this is. I don't know where that is. I mean, I play this map a lot. I kind of got the gist of the map. And actually, while I'm at it, let's get into this main area where you're supposed to start. I didn't start there. I didn't start right here where I'm supposed to start. I started, like, off in a corner area for the oddest reason. So I didn't have time to go over here and go, whoop. Now the place is actually lit up. Now I don't have to worry about things coming out of the darkness. I mean, stuff is still going to come out of the darkness. I'm just saying, it's less darkness to deal with. I mean, hey, I got some armor, I got some... I mean, hey, this map actually does have its points where it does help.
Watch it.
But if you headshot them, you're more or less likely to...
Start. Now finish the job. Allez.
to end up dealing with them. Or, if you headshot them, you're more likely to shoot them up in the air. Me thinking that he was blocking away when he wasn't. Okay, yeah, no, I don't want to get grabbed. Heal up. Take this. Grabbing some ammo. Grabbing some ammo. Yeah, I'm gonna be streaming for a while here. Like, do you see how bloated these guys get? You guys can hear me hitting my buttons because there's like nothing playing in the background. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure you guys can hear like the lightness of the... Press square to heal. Oh, you're kidding me. Not being able to deal with these guys is the big deal. If you can't deal with these guys, you're screwed. I mean, I'm considering knifing here. I'm pretty soon gonna start knifing. Just because I know there's a bloat behind me somewhere. There's a bloat like behind there. Somewhere behind there.
That's nearly all of them.
Yeah, it doesn't help that I can't see. Along with, since when did these things heal? Most people tell me since never. Ooh, that was a good headshot though. Never mind, I was trying to trap him. Because they like have a mental breakdown when you trap them. Okay, seizure warning for anybody who has seizures or LSD or something like that. Something revolving with like the color movement on things, because like this area can be like high definition, like those LED lights going off like a crazy person. You see how fast this guy is. I swear we've done something similar to this. We've done this challenge before, haven't we? I don't think it was called exactly this. I think they just built up and then exploded. Oh no, I'm thinking of an item we got.
How are you still walking?
Am I slowly taking... Yeah, I'm slowly taking damage. That would explain a lot, like why we looked like why it looked like LSD was on and all that. It was really frustrating.
Now spend it.
Flip back to this guy. Let's reload him. Yeah, I think we're gonna be using our ice grenades soon.
Must close the pod very soon.
Cause I swear I don't have like as much as I wish I could deal with. I think it just generally goes down at the same rate all the time too, so I mean we don't really need to worry much about it, but yeah, it's a decently long round. It's not one of those like really short rounds, nor is it a really fast round. Probably should have chose a map I understood better. I guess that's what it is. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Ice grenade. Healing, please. Okay. I don't think sharpshooter was a smart choice for this. But then again, whenever I play anything on hard, it's actually like legitimately difficult. How did I get stuck? I mean, I know this is supposed to be the weekly challenge, but it's supposed to be slightly challenging. And I even got a skin crate, which I'm not going to be able to use. I have to like get rid of them because I can't set up like link where you guys can donate to me while I play. So it's like, unless someone like could teach me how to do that. Again, I will ask that in every single stream I have. And again, I'm sorry for like the recent not hosting a stream or streaming in general or even like a recording or anything. It's been like, ooh, da ba. For this, we're gonna give SWAT a shot because I don't do a lot of like SWAT missions anyways, so we're gonna play SWAT because it plays a lot safer. Let's be honest, it plays a lot safer than the other classes, and it bases morely on your character's health than anything else.
Watch it! Almost down!
A solid start, but many Zeds
I mean,
remain.
just having like enough experience with this will set you off pretty good. Yeah, since it's not normal mode, which is the mode I do play in, I recommend that, okay, if you're starting this game off, you wanna play it in normal. You don't want to play it in hard. You're gonna rage through the entire thing because, my gosh, even though I even have some high levels, let's just put it this way, it can be a B. It can be a B word. The one these guys inflated.
Perfect. Pod is open
They
again.
don't even look harmless after that.
Restocked. Want guns?
But,
Move.
like, yeah, it wasn't a very, fun experience. Let's put it that way, a fun experience.
Bonjour.
Doing this, you might get more dosh. But the ammo crates are less. Which, as you guys have watched me play this multiple times, I depend myself on those ammo crates.
You earned the
They
money.
lessen
Now
with
spend
each
it.
round. So, if you're a person who depends on those, because you don't play with a team, well, yeah, you're gonna be, oof. In fact, even when people play Hell on Earth,
Up. Feet.
a full party of 6, all level 26, 25, won't make it.
All Zeds on the scope.
Depending on the length of the waves. Because sometimes a short wave can screw everybody over. But sometimes a long set of waves can screw everybody over. And sometimes just like straight up, you can get screwed over on a medium.
Let's
I
call
mean,
that
like,
your warm-up.
I don't know why you wouldn't play just a long or a short, but I mean, like, I still don't see the point of medium. Like, medium is like when you're doing like challenges like this. Like, see how I'm just like I'm getting cornered though, and I can just murder them all. That's just because their hitbox gets so much bigger.
Finish the last ones off, so I can open the trader pod for you. Glad to see you made it through. Make for the pod and gear up.
Like, they all hit here and just flew out there.
Good plan. Get as far from the pod as possible.
But like, I have like 1 armor.
Glad you made it back. Don't bleed on anything.
And you don't even like waste your full ammo. So SWAT's definitely like a different way to go with it.
There's Zeds on the scope. Must close the pod very soon.
My Berserker could probably get through this. I'm not gonna lie. If you know how to play Berserker well, and I did for a while. Most recently, I've been like, okay, I'm more gonna stay on the range side
I'm
now.
about to shut the pod.
Like, I actually like having a ranged weapon. Like, no joke.
Break time's over. Get back to work.
But I'm more of a sword
All Zeds
person
inbound.
when it comes to, like, games where you like swords or bow. I'm more likely to choose a sword. Unless you give me magic. I'm just choose magic. Most of the time. But if you give me multiple classes to choose from with multiple files I can have, just name the characters differently. Oh, yeah, you can definitely expect something like, I think I have a character named Sonic X Dark, or like Dark Sonic X or something, because the game I'm playing, it's a MMORPG, I think, more or less. It's a 2D side scroller essentially. You can do quests, you can design your character. The characters are 3D, so for any of those people who are one gender and play as the other gender, this is the game for you as well. Because I mean, you're technically online, and technically everybody's only able to assume their gender through the characters you play. Now, I think a lot of it online is just like, okay, you know that person. You're not really getting. I mean, you can marry in that game. I mean, like, who wouldn't want to marry a person in a video game? And it's not like, oh, you can marry like one character from the video game. No, I mean, like, you can actually get like a wedding and marry other people from the game. And some people, there's probably people who end up marrying in a video game and meeting up in real life and marrying in real life. Like, they actually get married in real life. And it's all because of a video game. I mean, just like imagine if like your parents were like that.
Final choices, people.
Like, okay, they met up in a video game, they got married in a video game, then they met up in real life, got married, had you,
And upgrade your gear.
and hoping you follow in their footsteps. Like, that would be interesting. Like, you're not allowed to marry a person in IRL if you meet them IRL. But no, you have to go off and marry a person in the virtual world first. Meet up with them IRL, get married with them. I mean, like that would be so weird though, because there's not very many people you can really trust online, unless you actually like become friends with the person and then like stuff grows. Unless you're like bold and end up doing something where you really like this person and this person plays like a really nice, kind role and they're always nice to you. I mean, granted, sometimes people are super nice to everybody. I tried to play that nice guy act. It's hard to play it with a person who constantly bees OP. So yeah, just be aware that it can be hard to be the nice guy. You think I like being the nice guy sometimes? I really don't. It's hard to be nice guy sometimes. I mean, but in all seriousness, I probably could be the nicest guy there if I actually gave it a shot. But with the way the society works, and you just kind of like, if you follow the societal law, like, a guy can't be with a guy, you call that guy something as an insult. Like, if you follow that, you can practically just call yourself a douchebag. Because there is people who do follow that. And they are indeed douchebags. I mean, like, I could never follow that myself. And honestly, hey, love is love. It works weird. As long as it doesn't go to the extent of, like, okay, there are certain points where I think, okay, love works in very, very weird ways. That, okay, if you are, like, 15 and you date a 5-year-old, people are really going to question that at that point. Like, that's way too long to wait. I can go up to 4 years. I mean, maybe 5 if you really know how to pull it off. Shoot through the grenade done. That's what I get for commentating and falling off the world. Bye! Wait, am I actually gonna hit the... No way, am I hit the boundary? Oh, I hit a kill grid. Wait, no. I'm still falling. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm still falling. We'll go Infernal Realm. That was funny. I just, like, I fell out of the world when I died. Like, how often can you actually say you fall out of the world when you die? I mean, doing this weekly is really hard. Let's do this, because I did get this. Yeah, and sorry that I wasn't streaming when I got the Berserker level up. Because, like, the Berserker is my pride and joy. In a way. Like, it's really hard to word it. Like, the Berserker is my baby class. And with this one, they just blow it up and get a bigger hitbox. I mean, that guy looks like the size of a bloat normally, before we fill him up. But I heal every time I kill one of these guys, so every time they fall, I get more health. And they explode when they get up high. Watch. Boom.
Finish the last ones off, so I can open the trader pod.
Poke, 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 poke.
Get to the indicated pod for
Poke?
resupply.
Poke, 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 poke. They did not want to be touched.
You took some hits there.
They were scared.
Patch yourself up.
If anybody gets that reference. Probably no one gets that reference. It's don't touch me, I'm scared. Or don't hug me, I'm scared. Something like that. It's supposed to be something really catchy. Like how I always remember it was don't touch me, I'm scared.
Make your choices.
Well, that was a very messed up show and creeped me the F out.
Glad you made it back.
Wonder when they actually added this map. Like, if anybody actually knows when they added this map. Because I found out it came out like 2016, when I had thought it had already been out about 2014-ish. It must have been Killing Floor I've been watching. Because like none of the maps look like the Killing Floor map I watched.
Break time's over. Get back to work.
I watched Vanos play it.
Inbound.
That's another big thing. I don't hear the music. So generally, I don't know how loud it is and if it's over voicing me. And I will make adjustments if it's over voicing me. It's gotta notify me. Whee! They're urgent to become balloons. See, like, it's a lot easier to do, like, the harder stuff with Berserker. Because you get a melee weapon for like 3 waves. Like, yeah, I think, yeah, you keep your shovel for 3 waves. And also with the perk I boosted, this attack where I can just spam it, the one I like to spam, I don't like doing this. Takes less time to, or what is the, whoa, I want like that went fast, like, I mean, like, it teleported fast. What is it? Configure. Massacre. Light attacks with perk weapons do 30% more damage, so it's a more damage, and melee perk weapons do 30% more damage, and all attacks with perk weapons do 5% faster. So I shoot faster, I attack faster, I cut down faster, I shoot like little disc faster. It's really good. 5% is, I mean, if it's like a low number, 5% is like 0.5, but it's still really good to have, especially if you have like a 25% one. But like, even if you look at my stats, I have 20% berserk damage and 12% damage resistance, because it's like 0.3 per every 5. Oh, it's 3 per every 5 levels. So at best, you can have 15 damage resistance and 25 berserk damage. I cannot be grabbed, and I have night vision capability, which is that green screen.
I'm about to shut the pod.
I forgot how to activate it.
Pod's closed. Go make a difference.
There we go. We'll play with night vision. Honestly, I think night vision would be cool for, like, I'm just like, look at this. Look how epic this looks, fighting them like that. I mean, I killed a decent chunk of them. I mean, just like, how epic that fight was, though. He's gonna have to deal with his own problems. Haha! I murdered it. Through a violent explosion.
Not done. I can reopen the trader pod.
I just see his guts fly at me. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Let's get you restocked.
Cut him down.
You took some hits there. Patch yourself up.
I'm supposed to be doing sharpshooter, but I can't do it unless it's a normal wave. Also, while I'm at it, can't do containment station hard. Frick that. Ooh, earn XP as Berserker? What is that? It's an SMG, but... What? I'll get to it and check it. I'm not sure I can remember all those. I'll look at the SMGs, though. So I'm pretty sure you can search up SMG or something on there.
More Zeds on the way. Start to wrap things up, as they say.
Yeah, we're gonna do this,
Now
and then go
it.
here. Then we're gonna go to tight. We're gonna go to my all SMG. I'd assume it's
Hurry up. Zeds are getting closer.
SMG. I assume it would be their I mean, I believe it would be one of these two.
Break time's over.
Yeah, you don't have enough time to actually check it, so it would be like fuddling through each class, because it's not a berserker weapon. I can guarantee you the SMG is not a berserker weapon. Yeah, it said it was an SMG, right? I hope it was an SMG, right? And I was politically correct. I hope I was. Big hope on that. Siren's down.
Now finish the job.
Big nippled bloat is down. As I just brutally murder everything that's attacking me. And this is all with just a shovel. I haven't even used anything other than like a shovel. Oh well. Thanks for being like HP food for me. Oh, I knocked off his mask. That's scary. Like when you knock off his mask. Oh, I took him down too.
Come see me. The pod's safely open. Nicely done. You're a real survivor.
But yeah, they did a decent chunk on me, I'll be honest. They took a good bite out of me. They did. They really, really did.
Whoa! Someone turned down the thermostat.
Like, oh gosh, jeez, that would be scary.
Glad you made
Okay,
it
let's
back.
heal.
Don't bleed on anything.
We'll do that.
There's Zeds on the scope.
Go here.
Must
Yeah,
have the pod
it's
very
not
soon.
here. I mean, just by the name, it's like, okay, you could... No, it's not a... Yeah.
Last
There's a
chance.
lot you
I
need
have
to,
to power
like,
down the
look
pod.
at. But I'm pretty sure either one, it would be
Pod's closed. Go make a
something
difference.
of, like, a commando's use. Even though that's not the case by the looks of it. Yeah, okay, if I'm gonna be using this item, I'm just gonna lure a shit ton of them, and then just shoot them all down. I guess I've been trying to make sure my videos aren't exactly, you know, hey, you gotta do this, hey, you gotta do that,
Like summer in this
type
village.
things. I try to make it, like, at least interestable to all those people who like blood and gore.
Gundam style.
Because, I mean, like, I get to freaking blow the crap up out of these things. With each one I hit, they go up and go poof. It's hot. And they usually, like, whenever you get ammo, it's per reload. Yep, there's a gore fist. Oh, wait, they're quarter pounders. They're quarter pounders. I'm so glad they're quarter pounders. And not gore fists. So this could be Dr. Hans, or it could be the Fleshbound game, or King Fleshbound, however he is pronounced. Whee! Pop. I like how you just make these little sounds. It's just like it fits so right. Okay, so I need to head this way. Yeah, but like I get like very little time to actually like check because of the fact that this is a big map. So yeah, imagine my anger when I see it's a big map. I think it goes by class. I hope it does, because I'm not so sure that that's what I...
Time's almost up. Vite.
Oh no. SMGs, so they're all SWAT weapons.
Break time's over.
I mean, you got an explosive SMG, but...
More Zeds inbound.
Yeah, my only weapon being this thing, which actually, to be honest, is pretty powerful. I mean, just like, yeah, alone, it takes down a freaking... I mean, I thought he flew. They got dicks. Okay, yeah, I've been watching too much Vine Sauce. Or Full Sauce, or whatever the heck you want to call it. Because I don't watch his streams, like, lively, but I watch his streams, like, after they're on YouTube. If they reach YouTube. So any like Twitch stream he's done, I have not seen. But then again, you won't see me on Twitch until I actually like get Twitch in my like for me, which again probably won't happen. That's more quarter pounders. Well, completing an objective for just doing a challenge. I'm never able to actually...
Cleared this batch out. Nice work. We can reopen the trader pods.
That's quarter pounders for you. I just meant to clean it. I didn't mean to, like... There we go. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Pod is open again. Let's get you restocked. I'm impressed by your survival instinct out there.
I'm honestly waiting for like the chance to get this stuff as well, so there's also that. Broadcast has started. To stop broadcasting.
Come and get your tools of trade.
Yeah, blah blah blah. We're gonna go down to SMGs because it shows you what it is. Okay, so it's a SWAT weapon. I think.
I'm about to shut the pod.
Is that it? Yeah, MP5. Yeah, MP5. SMG. Oh, okay, so it's that gun. I think I had that gun. I could be wrong. But I have to deal a decent chunk of damage with it. So maybe after I do this weekly, because I actually do want to actually beat a weekly for once in my life, because I never get to beat a weekly. Like, okay, if I can't do this at level 20, I'm definitely gonna grab one of my friends and do this. I forgot you can't aim. If you can't puke green.
Start. Now finish the job. Allez.
Now this I can see. Can they lose deflation because they hit me?
Like a little trim now, please?
Maybe I'm tripping.
See the pieces?
Boop 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 ba do do do. Woo! I feel like they actually decided to say, you know what? Because normally I think it would take 2 shots from this to kill it. They lower down the quarter pounder's health. Oh, I got 1 ammo.
Oh, makes you want a rainbow yacht.
I mean, I know I should be doing what I'm doing, but I kind of need the extra little bit of money. So we're going to be running around the map for a little bit and doing some jukes for a bit, because, yeah, I need that money.
Nice.
Like the one time I actually need the money.
Spin freely. Things are about to get serious. You really shredded that flesh bound back there.
Just so I have an extra one for me.
You earned the money. Now spend it.
But yeah. As said, it's this gun, gave me this.
We're
I mean,
almost
like,
out of time.
I don't
Make your
need it.
choices.
So we'll grab this, we'll fill it up, and we'll switch to it. And, oh, okay, it's this gun.
And upgrade your gear.
It's this gun, okay. I have no problem with that. That's better than, like, the normal SMG, so. Yeah, whew. Though I will be honest, like, some maps are really, 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 really cheap about it.
More Zeds inbound.
Flesh Pound King. Okay, I was right about it. It was either gonna be Flesh Pound King or Dr. Hans. Where are you? Shows you where he is. I'm actually kind of curious here. How much damage have I done? Yeah, I only have to use this gun for maybe less than its normal ammo amount. But I'm actually kind of curious about their HP. I'm just afraid of him using his stupid ray. that ray can hurt. I mean, it can hurt like hell. It could mean it could be the difference between me actually killing this boss and me dying. Though I still don't understand how he's feeling. I mean, I'm gonna switch back to my berserker weapon. Yeah, I think they heal when they hit you. Why do I feel like he broke it? Like, this boss fight's gonna be hard. I already see it coming, being a hard fight. What the fuck? Can he trap you? Yeah, I think I need some updates on this boss. Like, my intuition of this boss is not the same as it should be. At the same time, I don't want him healing either. So it's like, if I do that, then I do that again, and hit him again. Full screen for the best. No, don't freaking corner me, dang it. I hate it when you get when a boss corners you, because then they have you all to themselves, so what they do to please. So, if he was to shoot a ray off, this is what's frustrating me now. I cannot fight this boss. He heals. Bosses aren't supposed to heal unless they hit a certain phase. No, no, no! Fuck you, boss. This is why you need friends. This is exactly why you need friends. You can't go head to head with it. You can't go a healing status with it. And when he does that, you do nothing. I am triggered beyond all belief with this boss. Why can't I have Hans, for all those people that have to be politically correct. Why can't I have Hans instead of Hans? I don't like Hans. I need Hans. Like, oh my gosh, like this boss fight. Oh, this is a boss fight I don't want to use. I wish it was Hans right now. You don't know how badly I wish it was Hans. Oh! Ow, though. He got me in the end. He ended up killing me. That's what I hate the most! Is when he does that, you are fricked and can't do shit. My grenades aren't explosive enough. I can't get my hand on an SMG, not an SMG, on a freaking, like, missile launcher. I can't get my hands on that, because, yeah, this boss has really made it impossible. I mean, this damage needs to go up. Like, I cannot. This boss fight is gonna go endlessly. Yep, endlessly. This stupid mechanic they added in now has essentially made this boss impossible to fight. Healed fully. I didn't think the zombies healed. I really didn't. Okay, thank you. Why did I choose this map? From all maps to choose from. Yep. Get away from me, boss. Yeah, if you have to actually shoot him up, just to make sure he's not healing, I swear to freaking gosh dang heck that this boss is literally going to hit in the world's top. No! Leave me alone! Normally, if this was a boss fight, I could handle. I wouldn't be having this much trouble with it. Hard bosses apparently heal. Because I've never had this problem with him. I swear to freaking gosh dang heck that if this guy doesn't die sooner or later, that I'm going to literally grab Demolitionist and do it. And make sure whatever boss I get doesn't live. Gosh dang it all, if this boss fight isn't one of the most hardest boss fights, I've never ever had this much trouble with a boss fight. Because the boss never... Oh my god, I need to reload. More time for him to heal. Oh, hey, let's cancel out your attacks whenever he's doing an explosion animation like that. Oh my god, I'm done with this boss. I am so done with this boss. Let's do reload. I feel like it does the damage and then it just goes back to healing. I literally can't do shit. I wasn't gonna be able to beat him anyways, so yeah. Just fucking peachy. So yeah, now I'm officially salty. Because this is stupid. And now I have to use my Demolitionist. Just in order to show him who the fuck is boss. My Demolitionist is along the level requirement. Is that ending weapon that fucking decides your fucking fate. And you guys saw when I played SWAT with this class, it was just shit. It was literally a shit fest. At least this isn't like a series where if you find it, you gotta know what happened last time. This series, no, you don't need to do that. But this series, just be aware that it's more of, like, okay, if you're a commentary listener and you have to listen to every little incy-bit commentary, yeah, to put it lightly, you're gonna hate this. Because you gotta start from square one. You gotta, like, start from my first video. And continue on very slowly past that. Deflation rate. I swear if the deflation is them healing, I swear. I'm not going to like this. Because your first weapon... You know what? Yeah, I'm seriously getting pissed. I normally don't do this. Where I use all my ammo. Because the bloat takes freaking 3. Didn't take 3 this time, but averagely,
Picking him up.
the bloat takes 3 hits. It's not fun.
Cleared this batch out. Nice work. We can reopen the trader pod soon. That was the last one. Get to the indicated pod
It is
for
not fun,
resupply.
especially when your pistol only has 3 fucking ammo left.
Then move.
This class sucks so much right now. I enjoy playing this class to all ends, but for this freaking area, I swear this class likes to be an ass and a half. Because you have to actually depend on this now. Because, like, your pistol is like if they have a big head. Well, this was a special Zed. Hey! Because then you gotta hit the bomb again. Sorry I'm not playing sharpshooter right now. We'll save that for some normal rounds. I got really pissed off last round. Well, I guess it's not really pissed off, annoyed, because the boss healed. This boss isn't nice. It's not like it was one of the 2 basic bosses you get. And yes, I'm using my weapon I usually use on only the special Zeds. Because I got King's Flesh Pound and he regenerated. Like, what the frick, though, for that? Because that was kind of stupid. I got it. Whoop. Okay, he's just gonna heal. Leave me alone. Stupid zombies. Die. These things are a pain. Either that or I've lost my gaming touch, because, like, this is on hard mode. This is on hard mode, and I just, I can't deal with these monsters. These Zeds are just, oh my gosh. 'Cause, I mean, I was using my pistol. My pistol does crap. I use a really good berserker weapon. It practically one-shots everything. But then, when I get to a boss, it heals over time after I hit it if I have to run away and heal. Like, you have to fight the boss the whole time. You can't just take a quick little run off to one corner to heal, then go back to fighting him. He practically would heal everything you've done to him. I mean, like, that was so frustrating. Because I had knocked him maybe half health, maybe. And it went all the way back to, like near to where I shot him at least once with my pistol or something. You don't know how frustrating it is until you've actually played it and it's happened to you.
Now finish the job. Allez.
Let me kill you again. Bullet.
Finish the last ones off, so I can open the trader pod for you.
Like, if you actually look back in the stream, though, yeah, I was like, come on, please. Just like, please don't. Because, like, my armor, I had a full 100 armor, and that was just gone. And okay, note too, this is my highest class I'm using. And it just was, okay, my armor was gone, my HP dropped down to like 50.
in a matter of like seconds. There's no armor stand in sight.
There's Zeds on the scope.
Or well,
Must close the pod very soon.
armor thing I can grab to get myself full 100% armor.
Way better.
So I ended up running into this huge problem where
Hurry up. Zeds are getting closer.
I had like this massive thing chasing me.
All Zeds
And I
on
was
the
about to
scope.
run around the entire
Back
map
with mes amis.
just to get him off my tail. But like when I saw him healing, I got so mad because he healed because of the inflation thing you had to do. So I would have to constantly attack the boss. I can't run for ammo. I can't. Like I would have to be somewhere centralized near ammo, ammunition. But this map, like the final boss area, is more or less centralized around, you know, the ammo boxes. Like you can actually get to an ammo box pretty easy and like murder them.
Goddamn style.
I'm just like, because that map was horrible.
We can reopen the trader
Very,
pod.
very, utterly horrible. Especially if these guys are gonna end up, like, healing. Like,
Perfect.
it's just like, you want a small area like this. Like, Nightmare's the map to go.
You've got quite a hike if you want to
And
get to
normally
the
I
pod.
wouldn't say that, but like, Nightmare keeps everything so close to where I know the maps by heart that you get sent to. Just cause I know where to go. And I've done like a couple streams on it and I played it like 2 or 3 times off stream. Like this is the main map I even use. I don't even use the other maps because the other maps are so large
Start to wrap things up, as they say.
that it's like, okay, yeah, I mean I enjoyed Tragic Kingdom for when it was out. And played it for a while. I mean, you don't see Tragic Kingdom so much. I kind of bring it back a little bit earlier. And we'll try it again. But if I can't beat this with Demolitionist, we're switching. So it's in solo survival instead of solo weekly. So I don't like doing crap online with people.
More Zeds inbound.
Because they choose like the worst maps possible. And yes, I'm being honest. I think they choose like the worst maps for this. And yes, it's nice to have that space. Yes, it's nice to have a whole bunch of stuff. But you can't really say, oh hey guys, I'm gonna do this, and turn around and do something else. But like I even voted, and you see I choose Nightmare because Nightmare is so enclosed. Even if you had like a group with you, it's really good for that enclosed space during weekly challenges. I don't care who says what about it. It's honestly, in my opinion, better to do it for this because the boss can't run away from you in the final area. I mean, this area, everybody going through a portal is awesome. Like, you have everybody load in. I mean, the quarter pounders are kind of hard to kill. I'll be honest. They're kind of hard to kill. Kind of. Not too much, though. Oh, wow, man. Dang, I didn't even realize my HP. Then again, I'm trying to blow crap up, too. Trying to make sure there's explosions. No, they're getting too close. Kiwi. Need to blow you up. If I blow you up, more damage. No! Why in the main pathway? Why? We're gonna kill that bloat. One of these times, I'm gonna like figure out a way to kill it. First you for being so close. Stupid said. Like they have to like load up a lot
So I can open the trader
before you can
pod
kill
for
him.
you.
Like, see how that guy is? He's near death. If I shoot him enough, he'll die. I hope. Nope, he healed.
Three steps loading. Damn it!
Oh, are you kidding me? I had to have it blow up in my face in order to catch this guy. Like, do you see what I have to deal with?
Come see me. The pod's safely open. Nicely done. Want guns? Then move!
I wish I could have, like, teammates. So very badly, I wish I had teammates.
Now spend it.
Yes. Okay, yeah, I didn't get full armor, so I got full ammo.
Nice.
Cause, like, my armor is crap. It's utter crap. I didn't even get full grenades, like, I got, like, 18 armor.
Must close the
I mean,
pod
hey,
first.
I like this cause, like, if I hit a certain button, and if we get ammo, I'll show you what I mean by hit a certain button. If the ammo wants to load, please, I beg, please, 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 please.
I'm about to shut the pod.
That's what I mean. Hopefully the ammo will load in by the time.
All Zeds on the
Are you
scope.
kidding me? I need the ammo right now. It is scary. Yeah, thank you. Yeah? Why? Better not be ear rape. Okay. BRB everybody for like just a quick minute. I am back, everybody. My brother just wanted me to show me like a leak spinning thing. So it definitely was something weird.
A decent beginning. Let's call that your warm-up.
Okay, that was... Okay, that was bullcrap. That was bullcrap. Okay, I'm not playing this mode anymore. We're not playing the daily we're not playing the weekly challenge. Fuck that, no. I need people. I need people on my team. Like, badly I need people on my team. Also, if everybody's wondering why I was silent for that extended amount of time. I said BRB if no one heard me. I don't know if people hear me. Like, I can't hear my TV. Which is very interesting that I cannot hear my TV. Oh, wait. It was that. Oh, okay. That explains why I cannot hear my TV. I mean, I can hear the roars, but I can't hear anything else. We're gonna go Nightmare again. I mean, Nightmare's our main map to go with, but this one was just like this weekly challenge is challenging as it is. Oh, that's what I was saying. The microwave gun is the one I enjoy the most. But my firebug's only level 8. Get rid of this. But I'm back for if anybody couldn't tell already. I don't know how much the back weight on it is either, so like a response would be nice. Solo, survival, normal. We can go this much. Triangle. What do I think of triangle? Nightmare. Yeah, launch game. Oop, didn't notice that. I didn't see that until now. I had no idea. That's like the best my system goes for. Because every time I try to go for 720, it doesn't play. Like I can go 720 low and give it a shot next stream. But we're only having 360 right now. I think it's 360. Yeah. Quality. I meant quality-wise. So if you're trying to play it at something fast higher than 360, yeah, don't be surprised if you experience lag. It plays only at 360. I can't go anything over that or the stream dies. So, yeah, if you're... Oh, shoot. We gotta exit. I forgot to change my class. Yep, we're gonna go 10 waves. We're gonna actually like get some XP in it, and play like two of them. Aww. Hopefully you start like just like relax, and hopefully the tiredness will go away. And I'm doing sharpshooter now. And that's good that it's actually like working. I have to like work with 360 it, which again I'm very sorry about the fact that it doesn't play at 720. I wish I could fix the whole it working at 720, but I can't. The stream dies so fast. This feels like a normal game now.
Dense their numbers, but there are plenty left.
BRB got to do my subs bed again. Broke it again. How?
Bullseye.
How do you break your bed again? I mean, I know it's not your bed, but like, how does your sister break a bed again?
Disgusting. Eat that. This is
I just murder them fast.
Keep it up.
Whoa, that's
When
fast.
you're done, I can reopen the trader pod.
Boom, they're dead.
Get moving. You're miles away.
Okay. Creepy clown. I gotta get a microwave gun again. That's fun to like mess around with.
Come and get your tools of trade.
It seems like normal is like the only mode. Like if you ever want to be anything, you play it on normal. You have to have one friend with you for hard that's actually around your level. And then so on and so forth, because it's like super complex about like what you do. Ooh, shoot. Did I go and use the... Please tell me I did.
Time's almost up. Beat. Bring up the trading controls and upgrade your gear.
Okay, I did.
Break time's over.
Oh, okay, I had a
Nice
mental,
work.
like, a little freaked
Well
out.
said,
I almost had a mental breakdown for a minute there. I was like, oh, shoot. I'm the only person playing. Though this would be a lot faster if you had a group with you, though, I'll be honest. It's funner to do this in group. Especially if you know exactly who the heck is in your group. I mean, like, I enjoyed the summer part of it, because you guys got to, like, see me play with a few people I knew.
But many Zeds remain.
I mean, if I could find everybody who actually owns this game, and not just like play it with one person, play it with multiple people, because I've done that before, and I think you guys have heard me playing that before. I'm not really like looking at my old content exactly. I haven't really had the will to kind of look at my old content. I was never too sweary about it, I guess, with homework, with the whole YouTube thing, but like I think they take down your video sometimes, and like
You have to like redo them. So you can't really tell how old your channel is unless you remember by heart
Last one.
how
Get to
old
the
exactly
indicated pod for resupply.
your channel is, along with
You're a little
if-
bloody, but you're
if it like goes against ad laws and all that stuff. You think YouTube would notice you saying, "Oh, we're deleting your videos from this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one," and tells you what they're deleting, so that you're aware that you have to do a re-series of it? Because
You earned the
I don't
money.
think that goes through a lot
Now
of
spend
people's
it.
heads sometimes. And I bet you if I did look, I could probably find Kirby's Return to Dreamland from who
All
was
sets
it
on
that
the way.
played it? Someone played
Time
it.
to wrap things up, as they
There's
say.
3 people. It was Chugga Conroy, Capri Sun, and I think one other person. All played it together. I forget that one person that plays Metaton. I mean, not Metaton. Meta Knight and Metaton. I'm
Last
getting Meta
chance.
Knight and
I
Metaton
have to power down the pod.
confused because Meta. It's Meta Knight. Sorry for the Undertale reference if anybody
All Zeds on the scope.
is like
Back to
really,
it,
really
vis-a-vis.
pissed off about that, which honestly will confuse me beyond all belief, because it's like, okay, I mean, I can understand if you hate Undertale for the fandom, but don't hate the game just because either one, it looks like it's from freaking Earthbound, or as most people have actually said, that it's an Earthbound ripoff when it's not. The art style might be Earthboundy, but you can't like hate a game for that. Like, I can understand if you hate Sonic 06, because that game was honestly just hell itself. Oh, there's an easy way to upset a Sonic fan. Say that Sonic Forces is going to end up being like the next Sonic 06 of the generation, and they will get so pissed. And I'm pretty sure it won't be, but it's like fans, it's like, okay, having the 2D platforming. I mean, like, I enjoy Sonic games, I really do. But, okay, a 3D Sonic game, classic Sonic. Everybody keeps saying it's the next generation, because, like, okay, you have Generations come out, I think they had it come out in 2015. I could be wrong,
Get to the pod.
and I'll look it up.
Wait.
But Generations came out not that long ago,
Of trade.
and not that long ago at all. Sonic Forces is coming out maybe a little bit after Sonic Generations. I mean, like, I think the most, you had Sonic Generations, then you had Sonic
Bring up
Lost
the trading
World,
controls and
then
upgrade
you
your
had
gear.
the very much hated Sonic Boom. 2 or 3 games that came out for that. Then you have Sonic Forces. And it really looks like the series is dying, I'll be honest.
We're
It
almost
looks
out
like
of
it
time.
is.
Make your choices.
But, yeah, I mean, they're gonna have to, like, straight up say to everybody, okay, yeah, it was nice having that there, but we're removing classic Sonic and letting the fans make the Sonic games.
Bonjour.
Because honestly, I like reading through I think a lot of it is, I like the fan comics.
About to shut the
Even the
pod.
fan games look better. Even though it has multiple characters within it. Sega, seriously, it couldn't hurt to team up with people.
You earned the money.
It really couldn't. Even though you have to share your product's price. Doing like a Sonic and Mega Man crossover actual game, where you play as both Mega Man and Sonic in a 3D setting. You know, I mean, I think they have the boost formula, like, really well done. I will be honest. I think they have the boost formula really well done. Is their execution with such. I mean, they don't really rely on it. And I see where, like, a lot of people do say that. I mean, like, I got pissed off at it the first time I watched it, but, like, this is what this person was like. This person was telling truth. I forget who exactly it was that said this, but they said they would lead to total brand collapse and a few other things that all just revolve around the fact that they simply put in, one, they put in the secondary character, two,
they're kind of really going away from Sonic being their main thing. I mean, like, at that point, just make a whole bunch of Monkey Ball games. Just make your product off of Monkey Ball at that point. Don't base it off of Sonic anymore. The fandom pretty much knows what the heck to do. I mean, hey, there's some fans that actually do have, like, little, like, stories they've made. And, like, Sega, I don't think Sega takes it in, like, that people want to have their characters added into the story, and honestly, they need to go to a next generation thing or something and make a completely new villain. Like, I mean, I understand, like, most of the time the villain is a human, but being Eggman, sometimes it's a greater force. Here's my opinion, they need to make it more fantasy. I mean, they've had Sonic use Wisp to transform. They've had Sonic transform into a werehog because of, like, power of Gaia. Essentially, like a dark version of Gaia. Because you have Dark Gaia. Or heck, take in some fan suggestions. Make the Fire Emeralds a real thing. Add Hyperback. That is something that I would generally be happy about. If they added Hyperback. Like, Sonic had a second chance to use Hyper because of the world being in such a huge danger. I mean, like, you don't see Dragon Ball Z ending anytime soon. I haven't catch myself fully up with Fairy Tail, because I don't know about Fairy Tail very much. Like, they have, like, best, like, for the English, like, the Japanese dub is still probably producing more and more episodes of Fairy Tail. The English dub wise, I think at best I hit like around the 300s, because honestly after a while it got too confusing and so on and so forth. But I mean, it's honestly a good one to watch for like the first couple of seasons. If you really get drawn into it and actually are willing to watch your, like, bench watch and watch the series from episode 1 to whatever the maximum English dub on YouTube is, I congratulate you then. You know, hooray for you. You did something I would never be able to do. But that another part of that is, okay, you can have a magic to an extent, but I like it when it mixes technology, magic, and just like in general, it combines everything. So like, I liked Ruby, or how it's Ruby. It's pronounced Ruby, I think. I think that's how the anime is pronounced. But it's RWBY. And I looked at it, and it's just like, okay, when you see the box art, it is literally the character, Ruby the girl, the one girl that's actually, that has the red hair, like the black and red hair. Her name is Ruby, so I was like, okay, why is everybody calling it Ruby? And it's like, you have to add like a woo to it, because the W sound, and a lot of it just comes down to making sure that it was like, I guess, kind of fit everything. But in my honest opinion, if they did like more on like a dark ending for Sonic and having like doing something Nintendo did, where they had, okay, I'm gonna use Legend of Zelda for this. Legend of Zelda has multiple timelines. They seem to keep it to like a straight timeline, except for the side adventures, being like Sonic Colors, I think, was a side event. If that is canon to the story of Sonic, I'm sorry I didn't know that, and I'm sorry if I didn't know Sonic Unleashed counted as a canon story element. But I mean, I enjoyed Sonic Unleashed. They have the storybook series, which isn't canon to the series at all. Though I wish it kind of was, because you had some elements of magic through Black Knight. You had some little elements of magic through I mean, it wasn't your magic exactly without having to go super. I think you got like magic when you go super, or Dark Spine is. You have Dark Spine in one of them. I think the other one is like, you have like super, or no, Excalibur mode or something. Like, it isn't like the traditional Super. It's a different form. You have Super Hyper, Dark Spine, and I think that's it. Like, you don't have anything else. Like, you really don't have very many forms for him. But when you go up to fan Wikipedia, there's, like, a list of forms Sonic has. Or, you know, like, some people do have, like, this form or that form.
Zeds are getting closer.
In which I kind of I'm like, ooh, that's cool. But at the same time, it's like, you have so much of an extent to go
Pod
to.
closed. Go make a difference.
It honestly is kind of, like, hard to deal with sometimes. I mean, like, I don't want to sound like I'm arguing about it, but, like, as you can tell through how I describe it, it's like, I like some aspects, I don't like other aspects, and I think Sega should definitely consider the fans in the end, off of, like, okay, the fans probably could put a better 3D Sonic story together with the fan characters, to where you could have said, oh, make your own fan character, and have them set up a ridiculously long story, and make it like an RPG or something, or like an MMO RPG, or like, something like World of Warcraft. Do something like World of Warcraft or something, because honestly, I see them actually doing something like that, or doing it like where you get quests to go off to places. You don't need to exactly take the quest, you can run around the world and do stuff for fun. But in order to progress the story, and maybe even if Sega wants to, and I know this isn't supposed to really be equivalent, I should be talking about something relevant to this game, but let's be honest, no one's really gonna care, as long as it's, like, content about it. Sega needs to do something like that, and get, like, an open world game out for themselves. I mean, like, Mario Odyssey, the only thing that's different about that is, like, it's pretty much you run around the world and do what you please. Except for if you want to go to a new area. Then, it is up to you to follow the story. I mean, like, again, as I've said, I watch Fine Sauce, and he's actually a pretty funny person to watch. If you're watching Vinny or Joel, because Joel does a whole bunch of stupid stuff that's actually pretty hilarious. And just, like, a lot of those, like, really crappy games that's just hilarious to watch people play. Vinny is a little bit more serious, but he does a lot of the more longer Let's Plays. I think it was either Joel or Vinny did a Mega Man stream, which inspired me to play Mega Man X10, which you guys probably won't see another episode of that or anything that I had on my emulator for a while, because I don't get access to the computer all the time. And at best, you might get a 2-hour stream, not like a 5-hour stream like I can do on this.
Now spend it.
And I'm just kind of like, here and there. But the whole point is the fandom has its upsides and downsides. But when they said, okay, hey, we're gonna let you create your own character to go through the story as well, I really think that should just be like a side dimension compared to the actual canon. And they should actually probably go back to more like where Robotnik was actually like a threat. I mean, like, over the years, you notice he's gotten dumber in his plans. I mean, like, it seems like he's having a great return. It really does, with those gigantic robots. And he only had 3 of them by the looks of it that destroyed the town from Sonic 06. Okay, it looks like it's the town from Sonic 06, so if anybody's gonna yell at me about that, I don't give a crap. But a lot of it is just, you need to actually kind of, like, consider what is after that. I mean, the game looks enjoyable. It does, but you need to consider, okay, what's gonna happen next? I mean, like, I think a lot of it is just, like, Sonic just kind of is like, undeterminable where the story will go. I mean, hey, it would be nice if they added some Dark Sonic games. I mean, not like dark as in like Sonic's way of saying, oh, hey, we have an edgy character and making Shadow the Hedgehog. I mean, like, when when a Sonic game actually kind of has like a dark ending. Like, oh, you know, if you get a game over on this boss, it could determine on if you get a game over, or like if you get a bad ending or not, or something like that, which makes the player strive not to die on the final boss and get a game over. I would probably never get that good ending. I'll be honest, I've died on bosses. I think the only boss I exceptionally surprised myself doing was, and I need to stream this next time I do it, I fought Omega Flowey, and I utterly wrecked him. I was playing through it. I think I died like maybe 2 or 3 times at best. And then he went down, like, I mean, like, I didn't die very much. I think I went without dying. I could be wrong, though. So don't quote me on what I'm saying, please. But initially I could, if I actually had the potential and or care to do so, I could, if I wanted to, play through, Undertale again? That's what I was going to thought for a minute. Because, yeah, I had to focus on the game for a minute. Yeah, I'm missing. But, if I wanted to, I could play through the True Pacifist route again. And I will admit, I died to Azrael so many times. I'm glad it saves you, like, per each, like, few couple of attacks, so he doesn't, like, repeat the attack you died in. He repeats, like, 2 or 3 attacks before that, and then you go on again. But it's a matter of, okay, are you willing to actually take the whole time to learn how to do this? And I'm not much of a visual learner, I'll be honest. I'm not much of a visual learner for crap. I'm more of a auditory learner, so it's like I play through it, and if I watch someone play it, it won't click in my eyes, it'll click in my ears what to do. Like, I'll know what to do if I listen to it. If I don't listen to it, or I don't understand it, yeah, I've had my experience with not understanding Let's Plays. And I will say this, if you want to learn how to understand Let's Plays, without that, you're practically out of luck. But for the most part, it's like, okay, Sega needs to get their crap together and decide to say, okay, where's the story actually going? Because unless the creators of Sonic actually know where this game's going, you could set it in like an ancient kingdom in the past to continue on it. Like, they were doing Sonic Boom stuff, okay. They could have, like, perfected Sonic Boom. I will be honest. They could have perfected Sonic Boom, and, you know, the fans wouldn't be so mad about it. I think a lot of it was, 1, the game was kind of broken. 2, it didn't feel right. They didn't have the right... See, like, if they followed the comics, it would have been way better. I'm kind of sad that they killed off the comics. They really shouldn't have killed off the comics. The comics actually had a story and actually had, like, knew where they were going, and if you could follow each story correctly. And they're still making comic dubs, I hope. Because, like, honestly, Sonic needs to, like, get better, like, needs to get, like, comics back up and running. Because I think they got rid of the CG comics for Sonic, which kind of is very sad in my opinion. It's, like, the one good thing about Sonic going away.
Okay, my controller just disconnected for the weirdest reason. I think you guys can hear me because the controller's connected again. But the controller just disconnected. But back to what I was saying was that they got rid of probably like one of their best things they had for Sega, being getting rid of the what was it? The CG comic, which is what I was going on a rant about until my controller just started to say, hey, we're gonna keep moving one direction and not do anything for you. I'm pretty sure you guys were hearing me. If you didn't, I'm sorry. But, like, don't get me wrong, they have some good Sonic games. But, okay, if you are a person who plays a game for its story and the enjoyment of the mechanics, I'm sorry, but, like, Sonic games aren't going to do it for you unless you're playing, like, a storybook series game. So, unless you're playing Sonic and the Black Knight or Sonic, in the Ring of Fire or something like that. I forget what the name of the game is. I'm sorry, but like Generations had a story to it, but you could easily play it in a few hours. And I'm not lying. You could easily play Generations in a few hours. It's not a lengthy game. Now, if you want to talk lengthy, okay, we can talk Sonic Mania, which it did have a story to it. So, you know, it was like, okay, talk lengthy storyline, well, a lengthy game in general, but just lengthy storyline as well would be Sonic Mania. As much as it doesn't have exactly like people speaking and telling you the story. You assume the story as you go, but you know Eggman's up to something this time. I think Sonic Mania is where, okay, like, it's showing where, okay, hey, this is when, like, you know, Eggman decided to say, hey, I'm gonna actually get help. More than, like, than having, I think this is even before Omega and all that, so, he had made robots pretty dang similar to Omega before Omega. I mean, I know he makes egg units, but, like, Omega was, like, a specific egg unit made. I mean, they look like his, like, egg units from, like, when I was, like, 7, I think. A lot of stuff happened when I was 7 that I can remember. I can't really remember very much after that. If you ask me to remember something from when I was 5, I could say homework. Like, I remember doing homework. When I was 5, like, we lived in a not so, well, I mean, like, we lived in a trailer park. My brother spewed his poop from his diaper and just decided to smear it on the walls. Okay, me and my brother didn't like this place. I generally hated it because we couldn't get a picture of water as well. Like, I tried to grab a picture of water one time. Like, I would sneak around and the water, I'll be honest, the water tasted horrible. And that's just me. The water tasted horrible. I mean, like, but then again, that's what you can expect at a trailer park. My brother was more or less pretty young at that age. We'd went into a house, I think, our house before I moved here was the house we lived in until we moved here.
There's Zeds on the scope. Must close the pod very soon.
And, you know, it was like, okay, we had this, we had that, we had to do a whole bunch of other stuff. And it was
Last
just, it
chance.
was something.
I have to power down the pod. All Zeds on the scope.
There was
That's
also,
two
like, it's just like, my past was morally, until I was 7, and I will not lie, until I was 7, I didn't know what electronics were. At best, I knew what a phone was. That was it. Maybe a cell phone. Maybe. But I had no idea what a phone was, what a cell phone was, until I was about 7. Maybe. I wasn't introduced to the internet until, I think, no, I think it was by the time we had moved into a house. Then, as most gamers start out, Newgrounds. One of the more flashy games, and you thought, oh hey, this is actually pretty cool, even though I had played the Game Boy for
Let's call that your warm-up.
a decent few years of my life. I mean, I would play Pokemon Red and Blue, like Red and Yellow, because I didn't have Blue. My dad ended up deciding to sell the Pokemon Blue off to someone for the oddest reason. I'd never, like, had a full file on Red or Yellow. So I had to do a lot of that from scratch. I got a DS, I think, about 9 or 10, and by then we were introduced lightly to the internet. Like, we had like a very light use. It was enjoyable whenever we found a good game that would last a little while, but most of the times we play our PlayStation, and I will say this, I played a lot of Crash Bandicoot. And to this day, I still try to understand how to play Crash Bandicoot to the extent of actually beating it. I cannot be, it's the water boss on, it's the water boss on the, one of the crashes we have. My brother had figured out how to get the disc to work, and was so proud of himself. Like, I mean, like, he was so proud of himself when he figured out how to do that. I will not lie, he was so proud of himself. Like, he was like, hey, I got it to work. I mean, it's a every once in a while thing where it works. It's not a, oh yeah, I'm always gonna work. It does have its moments where it lags out, and it does have its moments where it crashes. But it's playable to the extent of, okay, hey, we can actually play this game, it's not a worry. And just that in general. There wasn't very much to play back then. I mean, we had some games. I'll be honest, we had some games. But after you beat them, you really don't enjoy it as much, like the second time you play through it. And unless it's a game I haven't played for a while, and I'll be honest, even after like, I think it was 3 or 4 years of where I actually did play through Kirby's Return to Dreamland, it wasn't fun the second time around. Games can be fun the second time around if it was like Undertale. Because Undertale, your choices really affect the story. I mean, like, you can have a good ending where you're nice to everybody, which honestly is practically your easiest choice if you have a hard time with bosses. Because one, the price of healing items stays at base price and doesn't rise. Though I am unaware if the price of your like gear and crap increase as you kill monsters. Because again, I haven't really done much of a run through. But I remember playing Pacifist and having full inventories of this. I will note you, it's full inventory. I had essentially 16 weapons and items. Because I would have
Nice
8
you
bicycles.
make it to
8.
the pod and gear up.
And
Taking down the
even with
spray
this
comes
8
naturally to
bicycles, you noticed it was, you know, something new. You could heal 10 health, essentially. Or I think it was 11 health. So I could take 2 or 3 hits. I always made sure I had the best armor.
Don't bleed
I think your best armor you can ever grab is TAM armor, which requires you to pay 1,000 and then an extra 500 behind that. Which the minute you go for the ancient relic and do the rhythm right,
We're almost out of time.
which I'll be honest, I don't do the rhythms right for it. But when I do, I rather enjoy doing the rhythms. And sometimes I'll hum the music
Time's almost up. Feet.
from Hotlands when you're like running around Hotland on that one path.
Break time's over. Get back to work. More Zeds inbound.
Cause it's just like, I want to sing it now, too. But I'm not gonna sing it. Welcome back. And yeah, you're back. Back to what I was saying, though. Shooting his feet. He died because I shot him in the foot. I hit him in his Hercules heel. I guess back to what I was saying for the most part.
But many Zeds remain.
That like Undertale had some good like ways of expressing a story. Aww. But practically a huge part of it was you made the choices. I mean, like, there's so many things that I think the creators of Sonic really kind of need to look at. I mean, like, I don't mean like, okay, you don't need to change his appearance, you don't need to really do very much. All you need to do is kind of take off of like some of the really, really good games that came out on PC and realize that they need to just add some stuff. I mean, as much as I enjoy Sonic, I will morally say, for the more or less part, I enjoy the fan games better. I mean, half the time the fan games actually have a pretty good go-to with it. But if I honestly had to choose between an RPG game or Sonic, I'd choose an RPG game because, yeah, as one of my streaming things I've done on this channel is a RPG, I don't really have very many MMO RPGs because the MMO RPGs are kind of hard to get my hands on, along with a couple other people. I'm gonna add that person to my friend in a minute, but yeah, I'm just saying it's like you kind of really need to like realize what exactly you need to do sometimes. And I probably on this channel should make huge debate on purpose, just gonna prove my opinion and kind of say to Sega and to a couple other different people on what probably should be done and what you are doing wrong, because again, Sega really needs to like decide to say, after Sonic Forces, if they're going to close it down and leave it just to the fans to make Sega content, or if they're actually going to decide to say, hey, let's continue on the story. Let's bring back some of the older cartoons in a more 3D setting. Because honestly, they probably could get away with this. Doing a redo over of Sonic Underground, or like doing like a newer version of Sonic Underground and releasing it and actually having like the ending of the series. Because they left off on the weirdest note to leave off on. I will be honest, they left off on the weirdest note. Because honestly, I was morally confused at the ending. Because they didn't give you an initial ending. They never gave you an initial say, oh hey, this is the end. Like, they never got reunited with their mom. They never, you know, defeated Eggman, I'm pretty sure. I need to rewatch Sonic Underground. Oh, it's gonna be hard listening to the music parts. I mean, like, as much as I like the music parts, it's just like, I know nowadays that, okay, yeah, if you were to, like, remake it and just have it, like, being the exact same thing that is on Netflix, I think, yeah, it's on Netflix, that you could do this. And like actually find Sonic Underground, but they need to make they need to remake Sonic Underground, and remake whatever Sonic game. I think, yeah, it was a Sonic game, not a game. Whatever Sonic cartoon it was that had Sally Acorn introduced in it, and remake that as well, because Eggman was actually like evil. He is not evil anymore. He is like this pushover typical villain. I mean, like, the Joker tries harder. But then again, you know, you can expect better from Marvel. But like, there's just like Sega's avoiding its past, which really, I can understand like the nostalgia part of it, but okay, if you're gonna do media, don't post Sonic Boom. Like, shut down Sonic Boom until you guys can reevaluate your comic book series and bring your comic book series back. Like, you need it. It is your one way of saying, here's what we need to do. Make the comic book series actually into games. Or, better yet, make it into a TV show. Because, honestly, I think I would stop watching YouTube just to watch some Sonic cartoons that were redone that are from the past.
Messenger is about to die.
And I mean it. Like, I would legitimately jump straight to TV and try to get my TV to say, okay, we're changing it to this channel. They don't change it.
You understand?
Because, like, at best, I think if you ever can find a Sonic cartoon, it's either, like, a rerun of Sonic Boom, if you ever even get lucky, or it's simply this. You say, hey, to it, and you find Sonic X cartoon. Not my channel. But honestly, I think, like, okay, I understand, like, my character kind of looks like Sonic. Like, even when I depict him in my head, he looks slightly like Sonic. And I think, like, the original story I had for X, it has changed dramatically past then. But the original story for it was he was, like, Sonic's, like, one of Sonic's secret brothers. Like, that isn't the story anymore, so, you know, for anybody who says, oh, that's like a typical thing, like, nowadays thing that happens, where the Sonic OCs are more or less, like, I mean, yes, it still follows along by what one of my friends says is every typical Sonic OC, being, okay, this guy has a kingdom that he's a part of, but he didn't even know it. He was like a prince of, like, a destroyed kingdom, and he had to go through a lot of struggles growing up. I didn't really specify the amount of struggles because I think a lot of it just had to revolve around what his mentor was in the original beginning. And then, like, new evils kind of arise over time because, like, you can only do oh so much with this one person. And yeah, he recurs as a rival now for this character I have. But he had two sisters he was unaware of. He didn't even know who his parents were exactly until like 18 or 19 years of age or whatever like Sonic's age is. But he's adult enough to actually know like the seriousness of like Eggman and like the fact that I make it a lot of it like like the multiverse type stuff really wouldn't surprise people because of the fact that I do a lot of stuff revolving around the multiverse, because then you can say it's the multiverse and actually have other different universes other than just Sonic in there. Like the multiverse can apply to Legend of Zelda mixing with Mario, or like when Sonic mixes with Legend of Zelda for that one stage in Sonic Lost Worlds, where you essentially had like a Sonic Link skin, where like Sonic was in like a Link outfit, and yeah, it was a very interesting stuff. And along with that, you had, you know, this and that come in. But in simple and short, my guy was born a hybrid and was sent away from his parents because his parents were trying to protect him, who somehow had kids after his kingdom was attacked when he was little. So that tells you, okay, after like he was born and, you know, his parents got frisky and had two more kids. Of course, one being a year after, which honestly I could probably put it to where, okay, his kingdom was destroyed when he was 2, at best maybe. But he was already, a lot of it just has to revolve around him being trained for like one of his half main species, if you had to determine it as like a species. He is more of like, he's a hedge wolf dragon, which is a hedgehog, a wolf, and a dragon. If you couldn't put that together, most people should be able to put it together because it's hedgehog for the first part, a hedge. You have a wolf being actually like a wolf, and the end part being dragon. So yeah, dragon is his 3 main races. He was trained under Sonic.exe. Technically speaking, is more of like half being beaten to a pulp to learn to fight morally, and I can probably put it behind one of the reasons why Sonic.exe even took him under his wing. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, but back to what I was saying, where Sonic.exe put him under his wing because, you know, of one of his parents, and even though Sonic.exe has gotten to those points where he wants to kill my made-up character, they still ended up managing to, like, work it out. And, like, I did, like, where, like, the universe gets really messed up multiple times throughout that dream world. But if I had to, like, do, like, the final right now, he ends up being trained under him and being more of, like, a villain. But over time, he becomes more of a hero, kind of understanding like, oh, hey, this happens. He's easy to anger, like me.
Actually saved from death.
So, you know, it's like, okay, yeah, you could say something bad about him and it'll get on his nerves. Most of the times he doesn't try to get, too overworked over it, because he knows, yeah, they're saying that just specifically pissed him off. They're not saying it because it's true. They're not saying it because this or that. Half the time the villains actually do say stuff that are true, like, oh, you know, hey this, hey that, where it gets under the skin. But it's nothing too serious to the extent of where it's like with him and EXE for a certain amount of time. More or less right now, it's like, okay, his villains are strong, his villains are, you know, pretty dang powerful. He's had a crap ton of friends over the time. He has a girlfriend, and a little bit more after that, too. I could probably do like an alternate like little timeline where it's not continuing on with like a series of canon, I guess, technically speaking. Because like a lot of people are like, oh, well, if you add in like him having a child and all, you know, are you going to continue on with this child's legacy, or are you going to continue on with his legacy, meaning that he's still up and going even after he has kids? So, I mean, that, like, the kid's got to be proud of their father at that point, but, or, you know, it's like, he tries to, like, he has a job, he has his stuff he needs to actually do. And a lot of that is very relevant to, you know, okay, he has stuff to do, he knows what he needs to do. He knows that, like, how his girlfriend would feel about certain things. And yeah, he gets himself into trouble sometimes, and like, he's just had so much subspecies where he's like slightly a tiny bit this, slightly a tiny bit that, but he's not, like, he's, during like a first impression, if you were to meet him and like, you had like, okay, let's just say you were like like one of the heroes, his impression of you would be like a neutral feeling. Like, he wouldn't be exactly like a horrible person to you, nor would he exactly be like, oh my gosh, you're this person. He would morally just have a mutual opinion about you, unless you are someone from his past. He has two friends. I still haven't really decided what I wanted exactly for one of his friends. One of his friends I know has a certain specific type of weapon, being like gauntlets that create fire blades. Another one of his friends, I'm still not so confident about what I want him to have. I'm swaying morely towards just him having magic in general, because again, all my characters know magic to an extent. Obviously the one with the fire blade gauntlets are gonna be more or less like very weak with magic. I mean, having healing magic on your entire party is probably one of the best things in RPGs, because I could make a turn-based RPG out of it, and or make it like an MMORPG where you have a mana meter and you're running around. Like, you decide the fate sometimes too. Like, I think a lot of it is just X has had a very mixed past, that it's something to morally put into a story and have someone else write as I explain the story. And kind of like, I do have my moments where like the story gets weird, where I cut that out or something and place it in with something different. But as it is right now, pretty much the basis of his backstory is that after birth, he was sent away, essentially is what the whole story of it was, is he was sent away
Perfect. Pod is open
to be
again.
protected.
Let's get you restocked. Good plan. Get as far from the pod
You
as
pick
possible.
what now? I don't have recollection of what you were talking exactly about. Are you saying to read the, like, for you to write down the story and then, you know, as I tell it to you, kind of explain it to
Don't
you?
bleed on anything.
But in simple terms, his backstory is at a young age he was sent away from his home. Okay, we'll be able to do that. But at a simple age he was sent away from home to one, be protected from
Bonjour.
his bastard that's going to come to his home. Thank you. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Needed to grab my milk. But essentially from a young age, he was sent away for, like, protecting him, because his parents don't want him to die along with their kingdom, be like a last kind of heir to the kingdom. Now, it didn't really matter much about the people of the kingdom, even if it was, like, I mean, eventually it would become important to where I specified what exactly the kingdom's main inhabitants were, but for right now, we'll just assume it's multiple different races, so it's not really much of a very important kingdom right now, though I'm morally siding towards everybody in that kingdom was technically a fallen, like a fallen angel, not like a fallen as in like something from probably something else. There's probably an anime out there or something out there that declares fallen as something different, like fallen, like you've fallen ill, or you could go to the Undertale assumption where a fallen is someone who's fallen down, is what they say. Oh, someone else has fallen down. It's because they're like their determination isn't their like magic and determination isn't holding their body, so they slowly melt into amalgamates. But that isn't the case. They're like fallen angels and all that. That's what I want the village to be of. But from a young age, X has known how to, or like the name of my channel being Sonic X Dark, because that's his full name, is Sonic X Dark. It was more or less like, okay, his village was fallen. I could probably pull that off, or like a fallen and dragon mixture. But his like home kingdom village, whatever I'm saying at this point, because a kingdom can have multiple villages within it, because he is like royalty. But essentially, his kingdom was wiped by a gigantic dragon. I'm still trying to more or less come up with a name, and also kind of more of like a backstory to it, but a lot of it's going to seem more or less copyrighted, technically speaking, because, yeah, you can't really say very much unless it's, you put it is a part of the multiverse, and then that means that I can put in like a whole bunch of other stuff I want to add in, along with adding something I created. I forgot what it's exactly called. It's like Dragamon something or other, Dragmonic or something, or something like that. It was like it was those black armored they're supposed to be like something from an anime. They're supposed to be like 10 times the size, like 3 times the size at the little ones for the black little creatures they were. Then you had like a 10 times one being the medium, like 100 times one being like the very large ones, and I think I was doing a Robin X Raven RP for that. I forget what they're exactly called. I don't really remember. I would have to look through the RP chats and all that, but there's this RP that went down, and it had like a new kind of armored dragon, if you will, like creature. And it was a very interesting RP. I enjoyed it. Like have those be also like another big problem with it. I want to add some of like the fan-made stuff I've made kind of being a problem, and having multiple of like a boss or two, because we all know that some games really are too easy and need more bosses, and like you have to fight the boss multiple times, or like multiples of the same boss at the same time. Like, I think I've done that more or less for a huge extent of like, okay, yeah, I can probably like put certain things with certain things. I have to also include his conflict with the goddesses. Which I know for a character, it's very a weird part of it. But essentially he's able to like switch between genders as well, so it's like a gender bend anime. It's like it has a gender bend touch to it. I mean, most people would be like, oh, why doesn't it just say a guy? I'm kind of interested in to see like, okay, instead of having people draw fan art of my character with boobs or something like that, I'd rather have like a different look altogether if he became a girl. So that at least if you drew the fan art of like X as a female, that at least you get the name right for his female name. It wouldn't be like Sonica X or something like that. It would actually be like Ruby, because that's Ruby. That's the name I decided for his female form, being Ruby. And you know, like it isn't like something where it's just like I don't take some things lightly about my character, and I have to like make sure that it is absolutely staying to like the standard of like, okay, he won't really get like a mixture and like the name mess up or something. So he does have a conflict with the goddesses. He has more dragon aspects. He's more of a humanoid dragon at one point. And if people really start complaining about my character being a furry or calling me a furry, I can make him have a humanoid form, so I don't really have very much of a complaint. Because I'm pretty sure I have a detailed explanation of what he would look like as a human. And I'm trying to make a drawing of him, even though I'm like not the best drawer. I have someone making like a chibi or heck, maybe even like a 3D version of him pretty soon with his blade. And his light blade, the light blade he uses, is practically going to stay the same all the time. I don't really plan on changing it much. If I do, a lot of that changing will probably be around like the holster of the weapon, along with explaining that, okay, if I didn't say this already, I am a Kingdom Hearts fan. I am a diehard, well, not diehard, but like, I'm a very intense Kingdom Hearts fan. Like, I do not take insults to Kingdom Hearts lightly, because that was my game I grew up with. That was the one game that actually got me into like playing video games. I just want Kingdom Hearts 3 to come out so that people can't make fun of the fact that they've been making so much fun of like, okay, Kingdom Hearts 3 might be the end of the series. It might be, and I'm aware of that, But another huge part of it is everybody makes fun of either one, the story, which honestly I think goes pretty well with it if you actually play the games in order. They have an official freaking timeline if you actually want to play the game by the timeline to explain the story, and they leave you gapples wanting you to return back to the game or get the next game in the series, which is a really good choice. You won't see that in very many games. They straight up just tell you the story and leave you off at a cliffhanger at the end of the story, at the end of the game, leading on to a sequel. You won't get very many games where it's like it goes on a second game, because a lot of the RPGs don't go on to a second game. So it's like
Glad you made it back.
everybody just is Kingdom Hearts, and I will be honest, my character is a mixture of a Kingdom Hearts thing, a Sonic the Hedgehog thing, and pretty much a fantasy thing altogether, along with an RPG.
All set on the way.
I want to create a game that is an RPG that bases around Sonic X's childhood, or pretty much around what his life is, and have little different side stories off to it, and have different side games leading you to different endings, leading to a dark ending, leading you to a light ending, leading you to the true ending, leading you to, like, the intended game ending if you follow, like, just listening to people. And if you're one of those people who just run around the game, like, doing it, like, if you do what you do normally with Legend of Zelda, you get your missions and then you just run around the world, I can make an ending for that, to where if you just do that stupid, like, running around, I'll make an ending for that. And probably try to make like a speedrunning ending. The speedrunning ending would be interesting for that game. Having like a secret ending for when you speedrun the game and you don't even know what you need to do, so you need to actually play the game before you even speedrun it, because you can't really speedrun it in any other way. And I'm gonna make sure of this. This game is more or less without bugs. I think using AV, the like RPG Maker set and functionality, I won't really have very many glitches in my game, and if I do, well, we can simply say that's only because I forgot to put something there, or like, okay, you're not getting an item. If you don't get an item, that's a bug to fix. You know, like, this guy's supposed to drop this item, and I'm guaranteed of it. Like, having like a boss walkthrough or something too. Like having a boss rush mode if you want to do it. There's just a lot that will go to that game, along with, you know, the initial game itself. But at the same time, for a game like that, and you use it with the RPG Maker, it's open to free. It's free on GameJolt. I think a lot of those games are, except for when you like get into doing like porn games or something, because then it costs money on GameJolt, unless it's like a game that's already out and GameJolt is one of your ways to buy it. But that's my honest opinion on like the GameJolt thing, unless you put a price to it. For the most part, a lot of people that make their games free have like extended versions. If Adventure Time was an anime game, wasn't an anime the game, and I think it has like a little, it has a subtitle. I'll look at the subtitle because I have the game. Like I don't have, like, I have the public beta version. I don't have the what is it? The Patreon version 8 game. I have the public beta 4.0, 4.5. But it does have hentai because this person believes all anime is hentai. So, you know, kind of a little bit of like an understatement. Not all anime is a hentai, but can be hentatized
All Zeds on the scope. Back to it, mes amis.
Way better.
there's just there's a lot of good examples of games. There's a lot of examples of 5-minute games, of like stupid, you know, like like BMX art, like unless it's a story, unless it has like a mini story or something, I'm not really interested in them. You need to get my
There are plenty left.
like this game here isn't really considered a beat 'em up, it's a first shooter. You can play it with friends. I got it because I was always, and it looked like a fun one. It's like a zombie shoot 'em up. So zombie games, you can definitely expect me to get. If I don't get Witcher, which might be a series on here sooner or later, I'm probably gonna get it. I'm probably gonna stream it like the first day I get it. But if I don't get Witcher, I may get what was it? I may get it was not Killing Floor, Left 4 Dead 2, because I was really interested in that. Along with, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get a capture card anytime soon, along with any like the required streaming gear. I have a basic streaming set, and that's it. So, like, everybody complains, like, I like, oh, they know someone who's a streamer and has, like, a capture card, all of this. The only time I think I would ever need a capture card is if I was streaming, like, a game on the PlayStation 3, what I actually can do, because I think, no, we don't have a PlayStation 3, never mind. You'd use a capture card for, like, Nintendo systems, and, like, PS2, like, something like that, because that would do you better. So, like, if I wanted to stream my Breath of the Wild series and, like, restart it, which I'm not going to do, because if I end up getting if I end up not getting our Wii U, like, when I move out or whatever,
You earned the money. Now spend it.
yeah, let's just say I'm gonna be taking my Breath of the Wild game and a few of my other games that I play for the most part on the Wii U.
There are Zeds on the scope. Must close the pod very soon.
So yeah, I'm definitely gonna take Breath of the Wild though. Breath of the Wild is my game, and yeah, that is a game that will probably get streamed, that I will stream on when I get a capture card. Along with, you know, I have to go off and grab a couple other different things as well. I hope my mic isn't too quiet, because everybody complains about my, everybody since one person I was listening to says that they can barely hear me when they're at another person's house. So yeah, there's that. There's a lot to do for it, and I'm not really in like I can't really make very much money. I mean, I try and get a summer job, but honestly, I don't think I'm up to it. I use the summer to relax and chill. Because, you know, as everybody says, you know, kids shouldn't really be working during the summer, like, at our age. They should really just be, you know, enjoying being kids before they become adults. Which, I'll be honest, yeah, being an adult sucks. If you have to act like an adult. Being the big sibling can suck. That's a personal experience along with even when you have 5 sibs, it sucks. You have to be annoying one, like a cat. Now, usually the annoying one is the youngest. But yeah, I'm only that because honestly I don't feel like using ammo. If I can see his HP though, I might come out. There's a lot of stuff where it's like it gets frustrating. It gets very, very frustrating, and everybody's aware of it. The only reason my my quality of my videos is so low is because that's what my internet can handle. I don't have a high quality internet that I can afford. I don't have a insane amount of like terabytes I can use, or I don't know if terabytes is better than gigabytes, but either way, you know,
We're almost out of time.
it's one of those very, very annoying subjects, and
Glad you made it
it
back.
it can suck.
Don't leave on anything.
It can really, really suck.
Cat shower!
Last
but
chance. I have to power down the pod.
in the end of it all,
Come and get your tools and trade. Yeah.
a lot of
Break time
people
tomorrow.
end up
Get back to work.
just
All
like,
Zeds inbound.
yeah, it can be hard if you don't have the right equipment, or like, oh, I can't stream or anything, and they record instead. Honestly, I could not record on this for the death of me, because I could be in the middle of saying something and the recording could end. Along with posting your recording on YouTube would be a lot harder to do with this one without a capture card. Okay, that's confusing. There's a lot of ums today. I've definitely been recording, and today was like more of an off day. I mean, it feels like it's gotten back to a normal day for me, so I'm not gonna complain about the day. I mean, it was still a good day for me. I still was in like a pretty good mood to stream. I rather enjoy streaming, because it just like it makes me feel better from time to time. It definitely was something to kind of like talk out about kind of today in a way, along with giving my opinions, because hey, put my opinions on the internet. I don't care what people say, as I kind of cry in the corner whenever people make a bunch of mean comments. But then again, I've never had to cry in the corner, so that hasn't happened yet. You guys haven't put some mean comments. If you guys ever put like mean comments, I kind of monitor my streams to the extent of like I do pay attention to the messages from time to time. I just kill a flesh pound by punching it. There's always, you know, like, I could be in the middle of something else too. Most recently I just kind of, I guess you can say I've been slacking. I more or less just wasn't in the groove to really stream. But like, it feels good it feels good to go back to streaming a little bit. Just kind of haven't really felt like stream very much. My birthday's coming around, so for anybody who's curious about that, my birthday is in 11 days, if I'm right. Yeah, 11 days from now is November 20th. November 11th should be at latest the time I get that Witcher 3 game. It's like 2 days or so. I've been like trying my best here to really like keep things going for myself as well. But for the most part, it's been, you know, me working my butt off to get like over here-ish.
Look out!
Yep. And I may have a couple games coming up as well. Overwatch will be coming around sooner or later. Can't really give a guaranteed time for Overwatch because, yeah, I don't really exactly know when I'm getting it. I know I'm getting a whole bunch of stuff for Christmas and my birthday that's just like, okay, something for me at home to watch. I mean, I am always home. I'm never really in an office. I mean, unless it's like a school field trip. There's always, you know, like, oh, I have to go off and grab this. Oh, I have to go off and grab that. And yeah, it's not something I'm much attuned to doing often. I'm not really always in the mood for streaming either, because I'll have like my days where I'm like, not so much. I mean, I've had a few days where I was like that, and I just kind of like dropped the stream early, and I'm sorry for anybody who wanted to continue to watch the stream or wanted the stream to continue. Wolf won't come until I think the weekend, so you guys won't have a Wolf stream till the weekend. I think that's the usual date we set up for it.
Watch it!
Glad to see you made it happen. Make for the pod and gear up.
Like I said.
You've got quite a hike if you want to get to the pod.
We
Move.
more or less, like by we I mean me at this point.
Glad you made it back.
Because right now it's not really been multiple people, it's just been me and another person slightly kind of deciding the plans for it. And I don't think we'll have a Minecraft stream for a while, because I've been trying to get people to play with, and I think that's the big deal here, is I don't really have very many people to play with. I want to play Killing Floor 2 more often, and kind of have a team run through, and not do this stage, because this stage isn't meant for like teams. Maybe like 2 or 3 people, at best 3, because then you fit like 3 here. But 6 people all in this area, shooting down one person. It's like, okay, you kind of really need to depend on who's ready to shoot, who's doing what, and yeah.
Time's almost up. Beat.
It's something that we have to deal with, or something like that, and I've been having fun playing with everybody whenever I do. Most of the times whenever I play with certain people, it's like, it's not a long stream, but that's only because 1, some stuff comes up, and 2, you know, some other things are like popping up, or 3, I don't want to play the game that long because I'm trying to catch up on something or other. I'll give this stream maybe 30 more minutes. I don't know how far we are in it, along with me eating, because yeah. I was given turkey, so well, not turkey chicken, but still.
I guess it's just like I have a lot of things that are confused and not really ready for the public exactly, but I'm just saying where I am as it is right now. So my character, technically speaking, is still in development, but has like it's more of like he's being edited along while he's out. I still want to be able to have like a drawing of him to kind of like show off, but I need to get like a camera that like an actual camera, and not like a phone camera to kind of show off what X looks like. Or like have my computer running while I play a game and kind of show it off that way. Another game I kind of wish came to PlayStation, which probably won't come to PlayStation at all, is Cuphead, and that will be an enjoyable game to play. But don't expect a Sonic Forces stream as soon as it drops or whatever. I think at best if you should expect something like pretty soon, or like the day after or the day of when it drops, you should expect Kingdom Hearts 3. I want it to happen. I hope it happens. I hope it has an English dub. Because it would be nice to know that there's an English dub of this as it's already out in Japan. Which I highly doubt, because Kingdom Hearts 3 still looks like it's... They showed off like one new world, and showed they had this expansive world set. Which I'm hoping, with Kingdom Hearts, that it's out by summer, by winter of 2017, or like Christmas of 2017, or like the close winter coming after of 2018, because that is the one game I want to stream on this channel so bad, and I want it to come out so I can stream it. I can try and get my hands on Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2 plus 2.5, which essentially would be literally the story would literally be excuse me. The storyline for Kingdom Hearts would literally be 1.5 plus 2.5, 2.8. Oh wait, no. First would be Kingdom Hearts Unchained X. Then you'd have Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5. Then you'd have Kingdom Hearts 2.8. Then you'd have Kingdom Hearts 3. So that's literally how it would go out. Storyline wise, like the game just needed to play. For games, it's way better than the more complicated series, which is I think the original timeline was, I think you played Birth by Sleep, Kingdom Hearts 1, Rechain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts 2, then I think you played, yeah, I listed off 4. Then you play, Dream Drop Distance, or Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance. Then you played, the 2.8 game of Kingdom Hearts. I don't know what exactly it was called. Then it'll be Kingdom Hearts 3, or however, if it came out with an extra piece of content. Not saying it wouldn't surprise me if it did, but you know, it's just, it has its ups and downs, and it's just, 1 second. Ah. It's just that with it came a lot more, like, stuff to it. And it's just like I can't wait for Kingdom Hearts 3 to come out. That's like one of my biggest games that I want to play on the channel and off to the side. I will literally have 50 save files of Kingdom Hearts 3. I want to play a lot of the more fan games and kind of show them off too. Along with like playing some like the Sonic.exe games, cause why not? And just kind of enjoy life with that. I have I have kind of like a backstory wise, like maybe like a background character wise for X's best friends. Being I have parents for them. I don't have a name for them exactly yet. I'm pretty sure, because I'm not sure. Moonblade being the friend with the Fire Gauntlets. I'm just gonna call them Fire Gauntlets for right now because they're like blue Fire Blade. They're like gauntlets he puts on, and then it has like a blue Fire Blade that comes from the like where you would like stash a blade on that gauntlet. And his family was entirely like blacksmith and like had like a slight little bit of alchemy in his family. And Vortex being the guy who's probably gonna end up using magic. His family, like he has a girlfriend too, but his family was like with her family, technically speaking. Their families are in the same temple from when they were young, but they're like okay, he's like the only one of his race technically, because his race was genocided. Like the entire race was wiped, minus him. But him and his girlfriend were bound by fate together. So there was that, like it was something to do with X's mom in the first place, because X's mom was the one who practically let both sides, being like Vortex's and Vortex's GF's mom, give like both of their moms the ability to like have them, but the cost of it was, one, they had to have like an emotional like soul link, and another part of it was they needed to have like they needed to be together. Like they couldn't love other people. I mean, other than like when a full moon went out and her dad had control of her, but it only worked for that full moon phase of the week. So it wasn't that big of a deal, but at the same time it was like, okay, yes, some drastic stuff could happen during that week. Gives him well more than 24 hours to get someone to impregnate his daughter and have like the kids of that, and for her to have the kids of that person. But now it's more like, okay, since they kind of got her father's mother on him, it's like, oh, well now, he can't do I mean, he can't even like get
like, I mean, like, they visit, like, her, like, their parent, like, her parents visit them, because his parents are still kind of, because he's still trying to, like, perfect it exactly. I mean, he'll eventually get to bringing his race back, but as it is right now, I think more focus on family for him would be a better choice. And I think Moonblade met a girl and got together with her. I don't really remember much of her backstory. Oh, wait. She was, and this is like a fan character as well, because I'm pretty sure there's no official sister to Silver. If someone actually knows that, please actually tell me if you actually know that there's an official sister to Silver. But there's this girl named Gold, and her friend being Vortex's girlfriend hung out one time, because there's this event where they could be like they got subdued and all that stuff, which she didn't play well. But like after their parents had left, Silver just like kind of started hating her. Just hating her. And he wanted to keep her in secret. So he even talked bad about X, Vortex, and Moonblade. So yeah, let's just say Moonblade had a fun fair with him. Let's just put it that way. It was not a pretty fight. More like, okay, he didn't know what was coming and got incinerated, because yeah, Moonblade can be like that. I mean, like, having the power of Inferno was kind of interesting for a moon echidna. Yeah?
You wanna play a game?
What game?
Wii Sports.
What?
Wii Sports.
No.
Why?
One, I'm streaming, and two, I don't want to play that. The game is annoying.
You're always fucking streaming.
I haven't been streaming for weeks! Oh my god, brother. My brother is annoying sometimes. I get back to streaming one time. One freaking time. He's like, you're always streaming, you're always this, you're always that. I'm not. I took a decent chunk of time. And practically everybody who watches me knows this. I took a decent few weeks off. Did I not? From streaming. So I decided, hey, I'm gonna get back to it. Anyways, I don't want to play Wii Sports, because that is a very annoying game. But I think I'm gonna finish like a little bit of this matchup and then call it quits. Yeah, we have like a little bit of ways left, so I can call it quits soon.
Go make a difference.
But yeah, I gotta call it quits soon. The stream's getting longer than anticipated. So after this wave, we'll finish up. Well, I'm gonna try and finish up the talk as I do this wave. We're gonna lower the audio, the master volume over it all. So it's quieter. But at the same time, I kind of need to like pause and eat. But Yeah. It's just like I have backstories kind of ready, but not to the full extent that it is. I don't have Moonblade's full backstory ready. But I kind of have a backstory for Vor, like why it's just like what happened in his past and what he kind of is living through right now. Vor is the short name for Vortex. Everybody just calls Moonblade Blade, or like calls him Moon, one of the two. So, yeah, it's just very very its own thing. And I guess another big deal with it is that I really, as you can see, I kind of try to like, I really do try, but at the same time, it's like I'm mainly focusing on trying to figure out X's like main story to him. And it's kind of been switching around because of stuff coming up, and as stuff happens, so the story is kind of it's morphing. It's not exactly always going to be the same. But for the most part, it's going to be something like his kingdom gets completely taken over by monsters. Having like a head dragon as the kingdom's like main base, and having tougher monsters as you get closer to the king, having weaker monsters on the outside, so on and so forth, being the main Legion of Shadows, or something like that. It would be something revolving around a legion or an organization, or like after you defeat this, there's an organization that's trying to kill you because you knocked out that group and trying to resurrect that group at the same time. And like you can choose to either one, intervene in the resurrection, or two, let the resurrection happen and defeat all of that stuff again, or like have them doubled strength fighting it again, because you know everything gets kind of weak after a while. I just have an overwhelming number of them kind of coming back as it is. Like start have air units instead of just like ground units, or something around there. I guess like I wanted to add a whole bunch of like dungeon like things to where you have these like long extensive dungeons to get new abilities, new magic, new stuff, and at the end of every dungeon, so that you have a reason to run back through all the dungeons again, because everything actually stays your moderate level. So if you end up having trouble with a boss, either one, you gotta change up your strategy, two, you gotta get better gear from like a town or something, or craft it yourself, or three, you need to like get a better weapon, or like just past that, it's like, okay, you kind of screwed over, but at the same time, you know, hey, there's these side quests you can level up, see if you can increase where your problem sites are, and see if that helps you in the future. I create something like that, and or learn how to create something like that, and have each, and I mean this, have each area have its own separate element to each part of it. Now, this would mean I would be able to program it to that extent, so that you could technically go through all the dungeons with level 1, like, things, but at the same time, you have to remember, you get XP as you do it. I don't have a mode where you just stay level 1 and you can run through it. I'm thinking about doing that, but at the same time, it's like, okay, I mean, I see how Kingdom Hearts does that, but at the same time, I don't feel like I should do that to people, because it's like, okay, you can turn it on if you're like one of those people who turns on everything, and you turn that on and you're wondering why you get no XP and you're freaking out. Yeah, because there's people and kids who just
you turn on everything you can turn on. And as time goes on, you kind of turn on better things and turn on worse things, or whatever you're doing. Having a skill leveling system would be nice, where you can kind of like level up your skills over time. You know, like spend XP points on leveling up it. So if you're just like, you're fine with your level, and you feel like you should just level up stuff, you can do that. I could probably do something like that with your weapon too, to where like you can force energy from your body, like from your level, until it hits like the end of the level gauge. Because I'm not gonna let people like lower themselves down to level 1 to have a really good weapon. So it's just gonna like stop there. We're gonna like test it too. Because I think it would suck if you're like putting XP into your sword and you lowered yourself down a level. Like that would suck. Along with a few other things. I had to eat. I'm sorry. And kind of just continue on the talk a little bit more. Along with, we're gonna have like a screen for a minute. You guys are gonna get that weird like where you can only hear my audio screen. He's playing Infinite Warfare. Why would he? I don't even know why he's messaging me. He should be playing Killing Floor 2 if he's gonna call me to a party and he knows I'm streaming. Okay, back to the screen though. A lot of it is just, you know, you have to deal with like so many little things off to the side. I mean, hey, more power to you if you can. And it's just like I have this vision for a game. I know I need people to listen, and so on and so forth. I'm gonna end the stream as soon as I finish this, and I'm gonna try and wrap up this talk between the next couple of waves, and then just kind of be more of a dirt talk now than anything else. But overall, I covered the Sonic industry. I covered a lot of like my OC issues. I covered like what Sega needs to do to kind of turn up its stuff, and just kind of like overgeneralized like what's been going on. Of course, with a little bit of my brother being a butt. Hello. What are you looking for? Oh, do you grab it? Oh, I see what you got. You enjoy playing that, Jakey. And yeah, just some stuff in general. But for the most part, yeah, I mean, like, that pretty much covers over what I know of it. I guess, like, it's more of like a story ender if you end it off with him and his girlfriend, like, because of what his girlfriend is and everything. If you just ended off with them doing it all the time. I mean, like, you can have, like, heated moments where it's kind of, like, heated, but it's not, like, going to that extent. But at the same time, it's like maybe adding like a little mini tower defense game, or like you build up your own like kind of base as well. Because I mean, there are games where it's like it's like you have your kingdom versus another kingdom, which it could go to that where it's like it plays a little bit like Suikoden,
where you have your own army going against another army, and etc., etc. And you even have your kingdom, where your kingdom's being fought, because you have a moral enemy to fight your kingdom and all that. It could go into something like that too, but a lot of it would be like you playing as like the main character and running around the world doing side quests, the main story, different storyline quests, having like in a lot of my games that I think are actually enjoyable. You'd need multiple save files unless you kept to a single story, because like again, I enjoy games even if like your choice affects how the game ends. Like, I swear, like, trying to get a good ending on certain games, though, like that, are freaking confusing as crap, because a lot of it is, like, level dependent, too, but I really don't want to do it level dependent-wise, because then that means you could get all your characters killed off. Like, you could have, like, all your main characters minus your hero getting killed off, which would be horrible. Like, I can never make an ending like that. It would hurt too much. Maybe like in like the updated future, like if I'm like doing it for like Halloween or doing like a little Halloween update or an Easter egg, like a Happy April Fool's Day, here's your bad ending. Or do like an April Fool's boss fight where you thought it was like serious, but in the end, haha, it wasn't serious at all, and there's actually a harder boss than that. Like that would be like the most hugest jape ever. Like, there would probably be a lot of people to be angry at me if I did that. Like, you fight this really, really tough boss that practically uses all your elixirs, all your everything, and then you learn, haha, April Fools, here's a harder boss out there for you, and that you just fought maybe a base form at level 1, essentially, compared to that. Like, I mean, like, that would be frustrating. And the thing is, I see myself doing that if I ever get, like, super April Fool's-y about it. Making, like, an April Fool's update. But, yeah, I mean, I don't really use April Fool's all the time as, like, a funny prank. I just kind of, I take it as another day. You kind of have to deal with people, like, being, like, April Fools. I mean, it's like when Goofy goofs. Like, the voice actor for Goofy said that Kingdom Hearts 3 was going to come out, like, I think he said this, like, 2 years ago, like, a year ago. Said it was going to come out, like, a certain day. And it didn't come out that day, because they announced that he had Goof. Because he is called Goofy, so, Goof. So, yeah, I thought that was kind of funny that they kind of used the Goofy goofed. Because, like, the voice actor there was Goofy. Like, the voice actor for Goofy had said it was coming out this date when it was actually coming out this date. Like, another date to, like, be found. Because I've seen art, I've seen stuff for it, and it keeps saying 2008. I'm like, no, not 2008, 2018. I'm like, no, please tell me that's a lie. Please tell me a lie. Like, that's literally my train of thought right at that moment was, please tell me this is a lie. Like, I hope it comes out Christmas, because that's when I want to play it. And I don't want anybody to bootleg it either. Like, I mean, like, if you get a Japanese copy and tell me to play through it in Japanese, I'd rather have waited for you to give me an English version at that point. I can't really do fan mail yet, because, it would kind of be odd if I just started getting mail randomly from people. Now, if a group of you all decide to send me a whole bunch of stuff in, like, heaps, as, like, fan mail, like, I had a whole bunch of people, like, send me fan mail, I think that would be different, but at the same time, a lot of it would be more or less, like, okay, like, the adults of the house would be like, okay, why are you getting so much food, and, not food, but, like, just mail in general, and all that, along with, I'd kind of need to get, like, not a face cam exactly, but,
a camera to take, like, kind of just like show me not tearing it open exactly, but like opening up like the stuff you guys send me, and then I don't know if you guys want me to send it back or not either. Like maybe like while I'm doing it, like after the video, I'll put like, oh, comment if you want me to send it back, and what it was you had sent me, unless you put it in the note saying, oh, can you please send me this back after you like you record like sending it and like signing it or whatever. And trust me, if you want me to sign anything, I'm gonna like sign it with my YouTube name instead of my actual name, because it's just like you guys know me by my YouTube name, not my actual real name. Unless like you're a friend of mine that I actually like kind of know pretty well. Which doesn't happen often. But at the same time, you just put that in the note. I'd more probably be told to open it in front of like a group of friends or something, like in front of everybody, more than just like opening up in my own room. So you guys can kind of see what my room's like. It's like I can just like show you like the little area where I'd unpack everything, but like that's at best you guys are gonna see, because yeah, stuff happens. Let's just put it that way. If I do it like, if I show off my full room, along with like, just like how parents are about it too sometimes, because it's like, they're like, oh, why are you showing off your entire room, or oh, why do you do that? You know, they're trying to like be protective of me. With a headshot. But you know, if it was honestly up to me, I would enjoy seeing your fan mail, or like just seeing fan mail. Like, hey, having fans draw the character, and then I just like kind of tell everybody who drew it. So glad that Siren died. Another Siren down. Oh, that's a bloat. What do you know? And yeah, it's just, it can be very picky. It really can. But I think in all honesty, it's like, okay, if I could get fan mail, I would immediately let you guys just send me fan mail whenever you wanted to. But I don't think I even have a big enough fan base to actually like get fan mail all the time, or get like a huge hump of fan mail like every month or so. Just like, oh, say, hey, here, fan mail day is coming up, so if you guys want me to like read your fan mail, here it is. But you know, that's what I think. And I think just like a lot of it could be just like if I get fan mail, I will definitely for sure try to get to it. And if I don't get to it on camera, I'll get to it off camera. And like if it's like a one like where I'm supposed to send it back, I'll definitely expect to send back at that point, because I'll try to mail it as soon as possible, because I can only fit so much mail into my mailbox. Boom. He's dead. And yeah. Other than like that little bit of stuff, I think for the most part, it's already the best it can be.
So insane, yeah?
But definitely expect in the future, like, I'll be able to get fan mail and all that stuff.
We're almost out of time. Make your choices.
Probably have like a separate mailbox altogether for that. And do like a fan mail Friday or something. Because like I want to do something special for Fridays. But don't expect it anytime soon. Anything special for Fridays.
Hurry up. Zeds are getting closer.
But for the most part, it's more of just you have to kind of learn how to deal with everything.
I'm back, and I've got some new tricks.
And hopefully it's not too bad of a problem.
The message roll. Wait right there.
And I don't need to do it sooner or later. As he chance as I do it, I shoot the shot off. Boom. He just destroys armor too. He's like a crawler. He's like a ranged crawler. I mean, I can imagine this with Kingdom Hearts music. And yeah, that's just how much of a Kingdom Hearts fan I am. I like Kingdom Hearts to such an extent.
Wanted to fight? You understand they sent you here to die. Collect research.
But I have to do all phases with him though, because I don't have a decent enough weapon to where it's like, hey, and then it goes pew. Got you, so you died. But like with this small area, yeah, I could probably pull off doing like a commando when it happens. I didn't even.
Stop that this instant. You pollute this is not over. In a moment we can end this fuzz.
Yo. He runs away after he knocks me into a wall. Whoa, wait, he can go out of the map? What?
Did you squander all your money on their
Okay. Going out of the map, I call unfair. You know what?
gone someone my size? If this is a boardroom coup, the messenger is about to die. Stay right there. I'll make this quick.
Yeah, this boss is now being annoying.
Suddenly you have better vision.
And yeah.
Who here likes nuts?
It's just like, there's a lot of stuff I wish I could do, but I can't do because...
One by one.
Well, one is, well, just like distance and protection over. Another would be like just the ridiculousness of certain things.
You pollute this world with weakness.
It's like, that's what I imagine playing with it. But yeah, that's probably gonna be the end of the conversation until like I get a little bit more to kind of go along with it, because yeah, again, I can't conversate for crap. But, like this time I was actually pretty good with it, so I'll say I'm pretty proud of myself. I like it when he does the explosives, because then like I can get him again, like I can get a circle thing, and like he'll give up on me.
pretty dang fast. Whoop. If I'm like,
I have you. This is not possible.
oh, I hit him directly too.
You're having less time for
One more. He dead. I had a faster reload. Wait, can I? Oh, I wish he would have fell into the pit. That would have been hilarious if he fell into the pit. I'm just gonna turn in some more pieces. But if he fell in the pit, that would have been hilarious. Just kind of have him blow off into the pit. I'm gonna end the stream in like a minute or two. So just be aware of that. And yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream, and yeah, just we had a kind of talk today, so I got to be able to actually conversate a little bit and kind of showing off like what I had more or less for a choice of stuff, and what I kind of had planned for the future a little bit, just a little bit. I never gave a description because then I know people are gonna start making it. I kind of want to see like what people would assume if I had a character named Vortex, what he would be. Everybody knows what X is, but doesn't know what he exactly looks like. So I kind of want to see how people would draw X. I kind of want to see how people would draw Moonblade. But like, I just hope a lot of it's just like, okay, yeah, it's gonna be like, okay, if people start drawing black characters for like, I mean, not like just like their like skin tone and stuff is black. For Vortex, you are completely off the mark because Vortex is more of it's a different color than black. X, as I said, looks kind of like Sonic, so everybody's drawing X blue, but not gonna know what to do for anything else. And there's like a specific tail pattern I want him to have on his tail, but I can't specify what it is exactly because I don't know how to specify what it is. But without further ado, leave a like, subscribe. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I really do hope you enjoyed. I enjoy having you guys just here along with me all the time. It's really, really appreciated, and it makes me feel better about myself, and it gives you something to watch for like 3 hours or something like that. I do 3 hour or 2 hour streams. And yeah, that's how it works. Hit that notification button to be notified of my streams whenever I do stream. I don't always stream. That's the big thing. I don't always stream like every day, all day, because life comes up, a few other things, and yeah, we'll end it off here with that. I just hope you guys really, really, really enjoyed the video. It means a lot when you do, and it means a lot when you like. It means a lot when I get new subscribers. It is enjoyable. Without further ado, bye!